Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to learn how we can convert our Python project to a standalone exe file. Let's jump in. In this video, we are going to learn how we can convert our Python script or Python program or Python project to a standalone exe file, which we can share with our friends, family, or our customer client easily. Let's say we develop a Python project. When we share that project with our customer or our friends and family, they may not have the Python installation or Python environment to their system. In that case, when you give the program to them, it will not work. But if you can convert your program to a exe file and then you share that exe file to them, then they do not need to have any Python environment set up in their system. They can just double click the exe file and enjoy your program. So that's why it is very important we know how we can convert our Python program to a standalone exe file. So here we are going to discuss two use cases. First use case is when we have only one Python file or one Python script that we are going to convert to a exe file. Our second use case is we may have multiple Python files or Python programs and we want to convert them into a single executable exe file. So we are going to see both the use case, but let's start with the first one. When you have only one Python script or Python program which you want to convert to a standalone exe file. Let's look into it. If you remember that in the first video in our Tick and Test series, we developed a calculator. We can see that this is a beautiful calculator we have. Now, if you want to share with any other person this calculator, you want to convert this particular Python file to a exe file. Let's see how to do it. I have two file here. One is the calculator.py, another is the calculator.ico. It's nothing but the icon of the exe file. We are going to use that. For the icon, you need to have that image as a .ico format. If you have in a JPEG or GIF format, that will not work. So make sure you convert your JPEG file or icon file. If you are going to use it, convert it to .ico format. So currently in the first scenario, we have only one Python file, .py file. Let's how we can convert it. So we are going to use one library called PYINSTALLER. If you do not have that library in your system, you need to install it. So that installation is very easy, as we know that in our terminal in the VS Code, we can write pip install and then PYINSTALLER. Right, so as I already have it installed in my system, so that's why it's saying requirement already satisfied. But if you do not have that in your system, it will install for you. So once you have it installed, go to the project folder. Okay, so currently the project is calculator. If you see in the left hand side, this is my project folder calculator and I am in the Py project. So let me go there. So I go to change directory cd GUI projects. And then I go to the calculator folder, project folder. Now you see I am in the calculator folder. Good. What I have, as I showed, I have only two files, calculator.py, that is my Python file, calculator.ico, that is my icon file. So command is very easy. You need to write PYINSTALLER and then you need to give some of the options here. The options you will give in the double hyphen and you will mention one file. I will explain what does it mean, and no console, and then you mention -i and then you mention your icon file. Icon file is calendar.ico, right? That is the file name, CULATOR.ico, and then you need to mention your Python file name, that is calculator again .py. That's it. Now let me explain what it is. PYINSTALLER is the command, and this one file, no console, -i and calculator ICO, these are all the optional ones. Okay, if you do not have provide this one also, then also it will work. But if you do not provide this one file, then what will happen is it will create a folder for you, and in that folder you have a exe file, but when you need to share it, you need to zip that folder and then you share it. But I think it's preferable to have it one exe file. That's why I am giving this particular option -one file, so that it will create a one exe file for you. There will be no folder you need to share with that exe file. So that's why I mentioned one file. No console is, if you do not mention this no console, then what will happen when you double click on the exe file, it will open a console window in the back. If we do not want that, then you need to mention this no console. And then -i is saying you have an icon file, that is the icon file or exe file will be used. So that's why using that -i. If you do not have any ICO file or icon file and you go with the default PyInstaller icon, then you do not need to mention this -i and calculator.ico. But in this case, we are going to use this because we have an ICO file for icon and we want to use that. That's why you're using that. But if you do not mention all these things, then also it will work. You only mention PyInstaller, then space calculator.py. This will be enough to work. But in that case, you will not have this one file option or no console or the custom icon file. You will not have those options. Okay. Now if you enter, it will take a seconds and it will say that your bundle completed successfully. If you see that, it's saying that, that means it's already created. Now if you go to that folder, now we'll see there are two folders, new folders created, dist and build. Don't worry about this folder. If you need to go to a distribution folder and you see this is the exe file already created for you. Now if you double click on it, it opens the calculator for you. That's it. You just need to share this calculator.exe file with your friend and they can enjoy this calculator in their system. If they do not have the Python environment, then also should not be a problem. You just need to share this calculator.exe file with them. So it's pretty cool, right? Now I want to quickly show you, if you didn't use this one file, no console and custom icon option in this command, then what would happen? I mean, how it behave? Just let me quickly demonstrate that, then you will understand why these commands are important and why I suggesting to use this. So instead of using that, if you just put it PyInstaller and then calculator.py, this also work. Now once done, we get the message completed successfully. Now you open the folder, you see there are folders created. Now if you go to the distribution folder, you will see there is a calculator folder is there. Now if you want to share with your friend this calculator program, then you need to share this folder, you need to zip this folder and share with them, and they need to extract it. So I didn't like it. That's why I wanted to use the one file option. In that case, you would have a one exe file only altogether. And another thing is that now see, we didn't use the -i command there, so it didn't use our custom icon there, so it gave the default PyInstaller icon. If you double click on it, it will open. It's working fine, it's opening, but if you notice, it's opening another extra command line, command window also, because we didn't use the no console, that particular option when we use the PyInstaller at this time. So that's why it's important. At least I prefer to use those specific option when you are converting your Python file to the exe file using the PyInstaller. Let's close this. So that's why I always prefer use those options there. That one file, no console, calculator, ICO, because the I option is basically we have the custom icon file, that's why I'm using that, and one file is create a one file for us, and no console because it will not open an extra console window, it will not open. So as I already demonstrated, this one calculator exe file with your custom icon, and that's it. You just need to share this only one file with them, that will work. Hope it's clear to you. In the second use case, you may have a Python project where you have multiple Python files. For example, if you remember in the last video only, we demonstrated this YouTube video downloader we created. We are learning the Tkinter. We have one file where we have the UI information. In another file, we have the download video, including that particular download video, this particular module here in this UI, and I'm using that. Just to demonstrate that if you have more than one file, then it is better to use another different library to convert this project to a exe file. You can always use PyInstaller also in this case, but in that case it will be little complicated because you need to mention lot of command line option when you have the multiple Python file. In that case it will be little complicated. So that's why I'm going to demonstrate this option, this use case with another library, which is pretty useful and it's a good UI also. So that particular library called AUTO-PY-TO-EXE. So if you do not have that, you need to install it. So I'm going to install now pip install auto-py-to-exe. That's it. Now hit enter. As I already have in my system, that's why it's a requirement already satisfied. But if you do not have, then it install for you. So once you have that install, let's open this project folder. If you see, we have a 2 Python file here and 1 YouTube icon and another resource files. Py2Fix, this is nothing but a library I'm using in this program. That also we have a folder here. So I'm going to show you how you can use these resources when you're going to create your exe file. The command is, you just need to write, after you install that library auto-py-to-exe, you just need to write py-to-exe in your terminal, VS Code terminal, hit enter. It will open a nice UI for you, and that's why I am suggesting when you have a multiple Python file, a big project where you have a lot of different files you need to include, lot of folder need to include, better to use this UI one. Otherwise, you can always use the PyInstaller. PyInstaller is a very good when you have only one Python file. But for in this case, use case, I will suggest you to use this one. You need to just click on browse. You just to browse in this particular folder. And you need to select your main Python file from where your program start. And my program start with the video downloader.ui.py, this file. So I'm selecting that, click open. Here again, there are two options, one directory, one file. Now you know that what this option means. You remember in the PyInstaller, we gave the one file option there. That's why we created a one exe. Same here also. And if you choose the one directory, then it will create a directory for you. You need to zip that directory and give it to your customer. Or if you select the one file, then it will create a one exe file for you. So I'm going with the one file option here. Okay. And here the console based and is already by default selected, but I will suggest you select this window based, hide the console. So if we do not select this, then we have already seen that background console will come. Extra window will come. If we do not want that, then you select window based, hide the console, this option. Then icon, we already have an icon, custom icon. If you do not have any custom icon, then you do not use that. But if you have that, and currently we have that, that's why I'm selecting this. Click on browse, and then I'm selecting this youtube.ico file here. Open additional file. We have the additional file, right? We only selected one file there. So another file we have. So we click on this add file here. And then we'll select that particular additional file, the video downloader func.py. I am selecting that. And I am going to select another additional folder also, because if you have a folder, as I have the Py2Fix, I want to select that. I want to include that too. So in my project. So if you have that, then click on the add folder and browse there, then this folder, and I want to include this Py2Fix folder. So I am choosing this folder. Okay? So Py2 folder has been selected. Good. That's it. And then what you can do is you can go to the advanced. You do not need to mention anything. If you have anything, extra information you have to add, like binary path or those, you can look into this. But currently we do not have. I'm skipping this. So go to the setting folder, and here you can mention the output directory. Now currently output directory is showing the calculator one. So I want to change it. I want to change it to this particular folder. So go to PyProjects. Is depending on where your project folder is. My project folder is here. So I'm selecting this video installer folder. That will be our output folder. That's it. Now you click on the convert py-to-exe. It will take a few seconds. So when it says it's completed successfully, then you can click on clear output and close it. Now if you go to the folder, and you see there your video downloader UI, this particular exe file already created. Double click on it. See, it's open and it's working fine. You can use this. It's perfect, right? And it's pretty easy. How easily you able to convert your total Python project into a single exe file. Now if you want to share with your friend or family or your customer, you just copy this exe file from here and share with them, and it will work fine for them. You do not need to share anything else. So I think it's pretty cool. So very powerful, these two libraries, and very useful one. We can use this day-to-day basis, specifically when we are working on a big project and a very cool project we created, we want to share with someone, then it's always useful to use this one. But just one disclaimer, it may happen always that you are working in a production environment and you want to put in production environment the exe file. Sometime in production environment they do not allow the exe file. In that case you need to set up the project folder in production environment. But when you're sharing with someone, your customer, client, any UI based program, it's very useful, these things. I would say this will be a lifesaver at that point of time when you want to share with your project with someone else. Hope you understand it. Hope you learned something new in today's video. As you know, in the last two videos, we discussed about the Tkinter library and we developed two cool projects like calculator and YouTube video downloader. And I thought it is a good time to, we understand this concept, how we can convert our Python files or Python project, a exe file, if we want to share our project with someone else. I think that will be useful. That's why I thought let's cover this one in today's video. In the next video, again, we are going to come up with a new cool project. We are continuing the Tkinter our series, and the next video will be our last video for the Tkinter series. After Tkinter series, we are going to start our OOPS series, that is object oriented program series. There we will develop cool programs and Python games, and with those programs we'll learn the OOPS concept, and after that we'll bring the DSA and also Flask, Django, pandas, those things we are going to cover in the different series. So hope you like today's video. If you like today's video, then please hit the like button and share with others. If you are not member in this channel yet, then please subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button, and it's free. I upload new videos every week, so you will get a notification. You will not miss any, and it will help in your coding journey. See you to the next video. Till then, happy learning, happy coding. Bye. Take care.